This is England's 9 days queen. Lady Jane Grey was England's queen for only 9 days before she was convicted of high treason and executed at the age of 17. Lady Jane was the oldest daughter of Henry Grey, 1st Duke of Suffolk, and his wife Frances. Frances was the oldest daughter of King Henry VIII's youngest sister Mary Tudor. Through her mother, Lady Jane was the great-granddaughter of Henry VII, great-niece of Henry VIII, and first cousin once removed of Edward VI, Mary I, and Elizabeth I. On May 25, 1553, Jane, who was 16 at the time, married Lord Guilford Dudley, one of the Duke of Northumberland's sons. At the time, the Duke was the most powerful man in England, and the wedding was actually a triple wedding. Jane, her sister Catherine, and Lord Guilford's sister Catherine were all married to their respectful matches at the same time. The Third Succession Act of 1544 restored Henry VIII's daughters Mary and Elizabeth to the line of succession, even though they were both still regarded as illegitimate. Henry VIII's will also stated that if none of his 3 children left descendants, the throne would pass to the heirs of his sister Mary, which included Jane. For unknown reasons, Henry excluded Jane's mother Frances and his older sister Margaret's family from the line of succession. In the summer of 1553, the 15-year-old King Edward VI was dying. His Catholic half-sister Mary was his heir and was ready to take the throne after her brother's death. However, Edward wanted to preserve his Protestant legacy and did not want to see a Catholic become monarch, so he named his Protestant cousin Lady Jane Grey as his heir, which can be seen here in the Divides for Succession that he wrote. This decision is thought to be instigated by Lady Jane's father-in-law, the Duke of Northumberland. King Edward died on July 6, 1553, and on July 9th, Lady Jane was informed that she was now queen. The next day, she was officially proclaimed queen and took up secure residence in the Tower of London until her coronation. She was reluctant to accept the crown and refused to name her husband as king because that would have required an act of parliament. However, King Edward's half-sister Mary was not going to take this lying down. When she was sure that her brother was going to die, she left to gather support to take the crown, despite Northumberland's best attempts to capture her to prevent this from happening. Then, on July 19th, the Privy Council switched their support and named Mary queen. This is largely believed to be due to her large amounts of support. The same day, Lady Jane was imprisoned with her husband. She was charged with high treason for treacherously assuming the title and power of a monarch. The evidence used was documents like this one here that she signed as Jane the Queen. She was found guilty, and she and her husband Lord Guilford were executed on February 12, 1554. At her execution, the executioner asked for her forgiveness, which she gave him. She then pleaded that he dispatch her quickly before blindfolding herself and searching for the block to lay her head with her hands. When she was unable to find it, the deputy lieutenant of the Tower helped her find her way. This famous painting by French painter Paul Delaroche depicts Lady Jane's beheading and is on display at the National Gallery in London.